commercials in all of sport, announcing his retirement. This his final game in the black and white of the NFL.
Dr. Jim Tunney.
Thank you. Thank you. Goals are important in what you do. Goals are like a football game. It's important that you, in a football game, that you cross a goal line. When the player crosses the goal line, the people in the stadium stand up and say, "Nice going, we're going to give you 6 points." The player takes that ball and he spikes that ball and he does those fun little dances. I'm not too fond of that. Well, I always tell them, act like you've been there before. But what he is doing, the rest of you will get that on the way home. But what he is doing, he is celebrating his victory. It's important that you write your goals down. When you accomplish it, celebrate your victory. Enjoy the opportunity and then work at it.
I knew that he could set the tone of our meeting, of what we want to accomplish, and he certainly did. It was exhilarating. He held the audience for 55 minutes, and I think that everyone left this meeting room fully exhilarated and excited about their potential, and that's what we're trying to accomplish.
And I say, set some goals and work at it. And they say, "Well, the goals are too far away." I say, it doesn't happen with the Green Bay Packers. Brett Favre doesn't get the ball first down on his 1 yard line and 99 yards. He says, 99 yards? Give the ball to the other team. No, he says, give me the ball.
What if? What if we looked at business and our personal lives, for that matter, as a game? In fact, the game of games, the Super Bowl. Then we'd want and need number 32, Jim Tunney, to make sure we knew and followed the rules. The rules of teamwork, leadership, customer service, and wellness. The dean of NFL referees and the referee of 3 Super Bowls, 2 of them back-to-back. The author of Impartial Judgment, the dean of NFL referees calls pro football as he sees it, and co-author of Chicken Soup for the sports fan's soul. Dr. Jim Tunney brings your audience powerful stories, anecdotes, and lessons from the gridiron that are seasoned with his special blend of side-splitting humor. Holder of 3 prestigious honors from the National Speakers Association, the CSP, CPAE Speakers Hall of Fame, and the year 2000 Cavett Award, Dr. Tunney's platform prowess is truly of world championship quality. So to elevate your next meeting to that Super Bowl level of excitement, you need the life lessons of Doctor of Education and professional speaker extraordinaire, number 32, Jim Tunney.
That's all the statistics that I do. You've got to be fed up with data, numbers. I'm impressed with 1 billion in 1999, however. And a 12 or 13% growth, oh yeah, that's exciting. And ROE for 14.9%, and Unicover 5. I have no idea what that is. Of course, some of you have no idea what that is either, so we're all about the same that way. But numbers are very important. The only number that's ever been important to me has been 1st and 10. That's about as far as I go with numbers. But I talk about people. And this morning, just for a few minutes of your time, just a little bit of your mental capacities, of your physical well-being, of all of the connections that we can have in communication, I'd like to talk about you. I'd like to talk about you and your personal power. We'll talk about the value of teamwork, how SBUs and SSUs can work closer together to have a stronger organization. Do you ever think about teamwork as a hand? See, my hand is very important to me, all 5 members. I don't want to lose any one of those guys. When I bring my hand together as a fist, it's that much stronger, isn't it? Evander Holyfield never when he fights with his fingers, but he does with his fists. There are 2 types of audiences that benefit most from my programs. One, the winners, the champions, the successful people. How do you maintain that consistency of successful approach? How do you maintain a consistent approach to the client, to your customer? Dealing with a successful audience is a great challenge for me, because you see, I tell them, if you're as good today as you were a year ago today, you're worse. working at it all the time, being consistent, what I call a Super Bowl mentality, always being in the Super Bowl every single time. The second type of audience is, well, those have had tough times. May think of themselves as a failure. They're not failures, but you certainly can get that thinking. Maybe they've had a bad day, a bad week, a bad month. Ever happened to you? It has to me. We all have some tough times. How do you get back up? I've heard for years that failure is not getting knocked down. Failure is not getting back up after you've been knocked down. How do you get back up? Those are the kind of audiences that I enjoy working with, the challenge that presents itself to me there. Those are the things that I can do for you and for your audiences. Pittsburgh, and they lost. Pittsburgh won, and thank you. What is your name?
Dave.
Dave, nice to meet you. Where do you live?
Dayton, Ohio.
Dayton, Ohio, really? And you have a favorite pro football team? Ohio State? That's where Curly went. That's a pro team. Most of those guys, yeah, most of those guys have to take a cut and pay to get in the NFL. Dave, that's terrific. Give Dave a nice hand. Thank you, my friend. That's great.